All right, folks. This video is about how these two rappers who happen to be pardoned on the same day by that filthy Trump, okay? And uh and the reason I'm doing this video is because it connects to this puzzle, okay? And you'll understand. And by the way, one of these rappers I've been talking about for years because he's born on one of my prediction dates. Okay, so listen, um, for the people who are new to the channel, you got to go to the live section of this channel. That's where all my recent videos are. The live section. Okay, watch the last 7 or 8 months of videos from this video, going backwards. So that way you can get caught up on why my two predictions are biblical. Okay, it is literally the biblical beast out of the sea event. Okay, because on June 11th in the state of Washington, you are going to have the biblical beast out of the sea rise up. Okay, and what do I mean by that? You have to watch my videos and you'll understand. Okay, so this biblical beast out of the sea is Elvis. Okay, and when that beast rises, it says one of the heads of the beast seems to have had a deadly head wound that was healed, and the world wondered after the beast. And that's the August 4th event with Trump. Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, and he survives the deadly head wound. All right? So June 11th and August 4th. The June 11th event connects to Washington State, and both events connect to Elvis, even though the Trump is the August 4th head wound. Okay? And Trump always compares himself to Elvis. So that's why it's all connected, this puzzle. All right? And so why am I bringing these two dumb rappers up? Okay? You'll see what I'm talking about. So look. It's interesting. Today is January 16th too. Anyway, because that's like the 611 numbers backwards. Anyway, so Kodak Black, a rapper, and Lil Wayne, another filthy rapper, they were granted pardons or clemency by Trump on Trump's last day when he was the 45th president. On his last day in office, okay, he pardoned these two idiots okay, Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. There was other people they pardoned, but I'm just concentrating on these two black rappers, okay? They have the connection to each other because they're both rappers, right? And on the very same day, they were pardoned. Now, and I got people outside my window making all this noise, irritating me here. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear all that noise, but let's get started. So, both of these rappers were pardoned on the same day by President Trump, Kodak Black, and Lil Wayne. The date was 1/19/21. Okay? That was his last day in office. 1/19/21. Look at those numbers. Doesn't it look like 9/11/21? Look at that. 9/11/21. See? Okay? Because the next 9/11 is 6/11. And you know Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington is the 42nd state? And this dude Kodak, his name equals 42, And the other guy, his real name, Lil Wayne, is Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. That equals 216. And that's August 4th, the 216th day of the year, and 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. And Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. See, I told you, Elvis connects to both 6/11 and August 4th because everything is for Elvis, okay? And anyway, so let's keep going here. So Lil Wayne, he was born, and this is his birth date right here, I'll explain how important that is in a moment. But look at this. His birthplace was in New Orleans, Louisiana, the 18th state. And 18 is like Elvis's birthday, 1-8. And you know, 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. You remember? And his name, I just showed you, had the 216, that Little Wayne. And he's born in the 18th state. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. And you know, this 6 times 6 times 6 was 216, right, with his name. But anyway, Elvis is born on 1-8, right? And that's the state number is 18. Now, Kodak Black, he's born on 6/11, okay? Which is the date I'm telling you Washington State gets struck. You know, and you know why I say this? Because look, he's got that black in his name. Maybe that it's going to go black. Get it? 42, Kodak equal 42. 42 goes black. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like darkness hits. Does that make sense what I'm saying? You know, and it's interesting because that's my birthday, 9/4, but it landed on the 9/5 day because it was a leap year, my birthday. Okay. So another interesting thing. But look, he was born in Florida. This Kodak Black. Okay. And the rappers, their birthplaces, Kodak Black was Florida, Lil Wayne was Louisiana, the 27th state and the 18th state equals 45. And Trump was the 45th president. Okay. That year. Now, Lil Wayne, the year he was born, someone's mentioning that that Pompano, Florida, where Kodak Black is born, sounds like Pompeii, and that place was destroyed, right? Yeah. Anyway, Lil Wayne was born in the year 1982. See that? 1982. Why is this important, the year? Because Seattle equals 82 and the reduced number is 19. 82-19 for Seattle. 82-19 for Lil Wayne's year. And now look at Lil Wayne's date of birth. 9/27/1982. Watch this. From Elvis's death to Kodak Black's birthday and also the day Washington State gets struck, from Elvis's death to 6/11 is 9 months, 27 days, which is 82.19% of a year. So 9/27 is 82-19. 9/27 and his birth year is 82-19. You see it? You see what I mean? And I told you Seattle equals 82-19. You see that? Even his date of his birthday connects, not only the year, but the birthday to 82-19. And of course, it connects to Elvis's death and to Kodak Black's birthday and to the day Washington State gets struck. And that's why Lil Wayne's birthday to 6/11 is 8 months, 16 days, which is Elvis's death day, 8/16, because it all connects to each other, okay? And here's a little bit of no big deal on this one, but from Kodak's birthday, 6/11 to Lil Wayne's birthday is 108 days if you don't add the day. Elvis was born on 1/8, and I told you he needs the 1/9, so it's 108, 109 days, between their birth dates. And in between 6/11 and August 16th, which is Elvis's death date, is 66 days or 67 days. And why is that important? Because, see, the word twin equals 66 and Elvis equals 67. Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth, okay? And the Twin Towers fell 66 years and 8 months, 4 days after Elvis was born. You understand? Elvis and the twin. And the Twin Towers fell 66 years, 8 months, 4 days after Elvis was born. But anyway, 66 days or 67 days if you add the day. And you know, after Elvis died, his compound, Graceland, opened to the public on 6/7/1982. And I just told you 67, 6/7, Elvis equals 67. And it opened in 1982, the 8219. Get it? Seattle. All right. And from that day to the day 6/11 this year, when Washington State gets struck, it's 44 years, 5 days. And why is that important? Because, you know, Trump was the 44th person to become the 45th president. He was the 44th person to become the 45th president. And Obama was born on 4/4, and Obama was born on 8/4, and he was the 44th president. But Trump was the 44th person to become president, and he became the 45. And of course, he became the 47. But anyway, 44 years, 5 days in between Graceland public opening to 6/11. And why is the 4/4 so important? That's why MLK was killed on 4/4, but it was a leap year and it landed on the 4/5 day. See? It was 4/4 the date, but it landed on the 4/5 day. Square root of 44 is 6.6. And the same year MLK was killed on 4/4, RFK was killed. 4/4, 6.6. You see it? 4/4, 66. Anyway, 44 is 6.6. 45 is 6.7. Put them together, 44, 45, it equals 66.67. See, it's the 6/6. It's the twin equals 66. Elvis equals 67. That's why it's so important. Okay. Anyway, that's it. It's a simple and easy, folks. Simple and easy. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to explain the reason I'm doing that is because just in case this Kodak Black is in the news for something, that's the only reason I brought that up. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's just I'm sure it was just a coincidence, right? That he happened to pardon those two black rappers. Yeah, okay. Oh, and of course, if you know anything about who's like one of the top rappers ever was Tupac. I'm not going to go through the Tupac info with you, but I did a whole video on Tupac. Go to the live stream and you'll see an image of Elvis, half of Elvis's face and half of Tupac's face on the cover. Of the picture of the video. Go watch that video. That 100%, like there's like not even a shadow of a doubt that connected to Elvis. One of the best videos you'll ever see on YouTube. But anyway, folks, like I said, if you're new to the channel, you got to go to the live section of this channel. That's where all my recent videos are. So get caught up to what's going on this channel, because I'm telling you, this is the year, folks. This is the year. And make sure you thumb up this video before you leave. And can you guys comment under the video? You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for the algorithm. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End the video. Thumb up the video and comment.